In our previous video, we talked about Republicans in panic mode, emergency talks behind closed doors, and how GOP leaders are quietly scrambling as pressures mount inside the party. But today, we're turning from strategy rooms to polling data, because the latest numbers suggest something potentially far bigger. Today's topic is Trump's support is slipping. New polls raise alarms. What if the numbers aren't just tightening, but unraveling? What if Trump's once rock-solid coalition is showing real cracks? Are his core supporters staying loyal? Are independents walking away? And do these polls point to real danger for his broader electability? By the end of this video, you'll understand what these new polls mean, why they're surprising even insiders, and why the implications go well beyond headlines. Polls aren't perfect, but they're snapshots of public sentiment. If politicians used to rely on gut feeling, modern campaigns rely on data. Polls don't win elections, but they signal momentum, weakness, and shifts long before Election Day. For an incumbent president, especially one with a dominant base, a slipping approval rating is a major red flag. Let's start with the big picture. Recent national polls show Trump's approval rating around the high 30s to low 40s% range, a historically low figure for an incumbent. Imagine being the leader of a party, but only about 4 in 10 voters approve of what you're doing. That means more people disapprove than approve, a serious structural challenge. Now look deeper. Polls show Trump's support among independent voters dropping sharply. Independents don't pledge loyalty like base voters. They decide on the issues. A decline here means Trump isn't just losing approval. He's losing the center of the electorate. It's not just independents. Recent polls show steep declines in support in specific demographic groups. Young voters, especially men, showing sharp declines. Polls show broad discomfort with Trump's immigration strategy among the general public, especially independents. These are voters who once either backed Trump or were indifferent. Now they're leaning away. When multiple groups start slipping simultaneously, that's more than a blip. Numbers tell us what is happening, but not always why. Several issues appear linked to slipping support. Economy. Many polls show voters dissatisfied with economic conditions, immigration policy, and controversial enforcement tactics hurting approval. Growing discomfort among independents about tough political rhetoric. These issues resonate emotionally with voters, and when emotions change, polls move fast. Support and electability aren't exactly the same, but they're connected. Approval ratings reflect public sentiment about performance. Electability reflects confidence Trump can win. If voters are unhappy with performance, they're less confident about re-electability. That's why campaigns watch trends over time, not just single poll snapshots. Polls rise and fall, but what analysts watch is trend. Is Trump's support stabilizing, improving, or heading downward consistently? Many recent polls show consistent downward movement or weak bounce-backs, not strong rebounds. That suggests this isn't a temporary dip. It may be a trend developing over months, not days. This doesn't just affect Trump. When presidential approval slips, it can weaken down-ballot results, candidate recruitment, fundraising, and strategic confidence. Republican leaders watching these numbers aren't just worried about Trump. They're worried about midterms, House control, and state legislatures. So, is Trump losing support? Yes. In several critical areas, polls show real erosion. Support is slipping among independent voters and key subgroups, and national approval remains low. Is this guaranteed to cost him the election? Not necessarily, but it raises alarm bells for any campaign. Numbers matter, but narrative and strategy matter too. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Trump's slipping support in the polls will cost him the next election? Or can he turn this trend around? What's your opinion? Tell us in the comments below.